All right, guys, let's talk about speeding cameras. You had red light cameras, now you have the speeding cameras. And I just got three speeding camera tickets in 1 week. And this is just the start of it. I've kind of got one here and there. But what New York City did is they increased the number of red light cameras and now speeding cameras. So you could be driving down a street, and on this street there could be two speeding cameras, and that's the street that I was on, where you're going down almost like a service road, and the speed limit in New York City is 25 miles an hour. That's the speed limit. You cannot go faster than 25 miles an hour. If you're on a highway like the I-95, you can't go faster than 50. But if you're driving on the street, you're going 25 miles an hour, and you go 36 miles an hour, I'm sorry, you get a ticket. There's our governor and our mayor. That's Andrew Cuomo. Bill de Blasio's real name is Warren Wilhelm. It's not Bill de Blasio. Research that. Bill de Blasio's real name is Warren Wilhelm, and he's garbage, and we'll leave it at that. Anyway, so between Warren Wilhelm and Andrew Cuomo, they are increasing these red light cameras and these speeding cameras, and you basically can drive. You can drive down. Now, my job, I drive a lot. It's just what I do. And I drive through all the boroughs. The only borough I'm not in a lot is Manhattan and Staten Island. So you'll find me in the Bronx. You'll find me in Queens. You'll find me in Brooklyn. I'm in Manhattan a little bit, and Staten Island, touch and go. What happens is you're just driving nonchalantly. You're just driving. You're not even going fast. You hit 36 miles an hour, and before you know it, boom, you get a ticket in the mail. $50, $50, $50. And it's almost like a recurring thing. Now, the city likes this because it's just getting them money. It's just getting, it's just free money for them, because there's a company that I guess puts these cameras up, these red light cameras and the speeding cameras, and they kind of, I guess, take care of all the work. And then they just kind of go through the city of mailing you the ticket. If you do not pay that ticket, whether it's red light or speeding, you'll get your car booted or towed. So you got to pay these tickets. It's not like it was years ago where I would hear stories of people would have thousands of dollars in tickets. If you get one red light camera ticket or one of these speeding camera tickets and you do not pay it, and then there's a certain date where you have to either pay it or try to go to court for it, and you don't do that, your car's getting took. They're going to boot it or they'll tow it. So you got to kind of pay these things right away. And basically the city is just catching money. Why this company that is handling all this is able to put these poles up. You just see these weird, it's almost like a light pole with like a big camera on top of it and like a flash. But yeah, you're driving down a service road, hit 36 miles an hour, boom, ticket. Maybe about a half a mile away, you're still driving, boom, ticket. You can catch two tickets on one street on one type of service road. You're driving through residential neighborhoods, and there is a camera, and it's just really, it's like the government just pushing down on you. And then the other thing that they're doing, well, they've kind of been doing it, is when you would drive in a street, you would have like two lanes. Well, basically, no matter what direction you were going, you would have two lanes, and what they're doing now is making it one lane, because they're making everything is a bike lane. So for the 0.001% that ride a bike, they're taking away a whole lane for a car and putting like a bike lane in. And you are getting like more congestion. And because of that congestion, they want to start congestion pricing. They want to raise the amount of money for the bridges. They also want to put these I guess they're kind of almost like easy pass type polls, but in the street, in the physical street, they're going to do it in Manhattan. They're thinking of doing it in certain boroughs where there's busy intersections, where basically you're just driving down the street, congestion pricing. You know, you're going to drive almost like when you drive through an easy pass. You're going to drive from street A to street B, and you're going to get charged, whatever you get charged. I don't know if it's $1 or $2. It was something crazy. So this is what's happening. You are pounding people. You are putting your foot on these people's necks and keeping them down. Working people. Because if people are driving cars, that means they have some sort of money. You need to pay insurance. You need to pay for gas, things like that. And you're just hammering them. And they're doing this because, it's safety, or they're doing this because there's climate change. So they really don't want people driving. They want people taking public transportation. And then you take public transportation, they keep jacking the price up of the bus and the subway. So it's just a weird thing. That's why New York, or at least New York City, actually New York State, is so bananas, between the taxes and cameras and more taxes, and then raising things like bridges and tolls and whatever they can raise money on you on. So if you're somebody that works and gets out there and hustles and really grinds it out, they're just taking more and more and more money away from you. If you're just like a slob that sits there and doesn't want to do anything and doesn't work, which is about 50% of New York City, it's like it's all good. It's all for free. It doesn't matter anyway. But I don't know, man. New York City's got to do something. And Bill de Blasio, Warren Wilhelm, and Andrew Cuomo really these guys are just bad. Stop taxing the people. All right, talk to you guys soon. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye.